Hey everybody, my next guest is an American street performer, singer, songwriter, and actor. He's best known for singing regularly in Times Square and is an icon for New York City. He's become a New York City tourist attraction in the ranks of the Statue of Liberty and Empire State Building. Here he is, folks, the one and only Naked Cowboy.
Hey, let's not minimize it. I'm the Naked Cowboy. Keeping the grip on you. I'm the Naked Cowboy. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, Naked Cowboy.
This is good, but it's loud.
This is awesome to have you on, man. I've been a fan of yours for a long time. Way back, you've been at this for a long time, and you're probably the most famous street performer ever.
Well, that's what I was aiming for. Did you really want to live, feel the way I feel? You got to with balls of steel.
That's great. Yeah, I don't think there's any other street performer quite like you, or as famous as you are. And when you started, it was about 24, 25 years ago. Was Times Square
25 years, 38 days.
Wow. So you know it
25
down to
years, 30. I'm in year 26, 38 days into it.
Wow. God bless you, man. You look the same now as you did then, pretty much. You look at you.
Well, I made a few improvements. Put a little here, put a little there, just muscle proportioning. No, I'm kidding. I mean, I'm about the same. I go up, I gain a little weight in the winter, I get thinner in the summer.
There you go.
I still got this summer as lean as I can be, and just was fine.
Right.
You know, each time you get big and then shrink back up, you open everything lays right.
Yeah, but you were into keeping a good physique your whole career. You started off as a model, trying to break into modeling, and
I work out nonstop. My Instagram has, everything I do. Today, when I just posted one up, it's just exactly as one of every set, and then just running back and forth and in the city, and just take little clips of everything I do throughout the day, like make a daily reel. I mean, you know how it is. You get good, you can just it takes no time at all to literally capture the whole day. And of course, somebody like me, I'm nonstop reading my Naked Cowboy manifesto, my books, my journals. I'm like, it's my little creation station. I'm working on that stuff, constantly. So it's like the same thing. It's like, do you imagine the difference now with videos and stuff? I mean, you can make a video record, diary of your entire day. And talk about, reading your motivational stuff and just watching those images of just doing it every day. It's cool.
Yeah, then that's cool.
And this image and this conversation will just be just constantly reinforcing the mission.
Right on. And you do have that manifesto. You've written that in the beginning of your career, and it's something that you look at and read every day, pretty much.
It's basically just textbook Tony Robbins. Physical goals, financial goals, just reading them over and over. Body of a champion, strategy, glutes and lower back. Cardiovascularly fit like a champion boxer, ligaments and tendons like steel cables ready to endure all pressures without the feet, all that kind of stuff. It's like nonstop.
Your work ethic is incredible, though. You're out there almost every single day, performing
every single day.
Yeah, and in all kinds of weather. And what do you when you see the generation we have today of these kind of a lot of slackers, they don't want to do anything? How do you tell them? How do you try to motivate? By example, I guess.
I make videos every day. I explain every single day the necessity of, first of all, having written goals, having ideas, things that you're actually working towards on a daily basis, writing about it, thinking about it. Very few people can claim to have their presence and place on Times Square. Only in New York is a coined world concept, idea, reality. I'm the epitome of that. Anyone coming, going, discussing, reporting on Times Square will be without full and or accurate representation of it in relation to the idea only in New York without first consulting with me, Naked Cowboy. And again, it's like 30 something, it's nonstop. Those are just Times Square beliefs. Actually, there's considerably more than that.
Wow.
Again, so I'm writing and thinking about what I want to do. Success is the choice right here. Yes, you can. Tony Robbins, Awaken the Giant Within. Just I'm
you ever
just saying,
thought
the
about?
motivation comes from a dedicated effort every single day to spend at least 2 to 4 hours, 2 in the morning, just drinking coffee, and it's my favorite time in the world. It's
Have you ever?
awesome, you know what I mean? And
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
pumped, and I can't not wait. And no matter how I feel when I wake up, feet can be sore. Like, am I going to run to the gym, dude? You cannot read that stuff for 5 minutes and not be already like, I'm ready to go. So it's, it's like anything else, you got to work at it.
Now I'm the naked cowboy, keeping it real for you. I'm the naked cowboy. You gotta do what you gotta do.
And I love doing what I do. You know what I mean? I love, even if I don't know it till I get there every day. Like, it's like a new, oh wow, that's, you're in two worlds. So, but they work together.
Have you ever thought about doing any motivational speaking, or do you do motivational speaking?
What are we doing right now? It's
Yeah.
not what you can do, it's what you will do. And that comes down to the level. I mean, I'm doing that all day long. That's Tony. That's literally saying what he said.
Right on, man. Now, through the years of kind of working in Times Square, it seems like, and I could be wrong, but it seems like there's a lot more of these character guys, around now, a lot more competition within Times Square space. They'll kind of like took a page out of your playbook. What do you think about that? What Times Square is today compared to when you started?
Well, remember, I don't know how many years now. I was probably there 6 or 7 years when they didn't. I mean, Broadway wasn't open to a pedestrian mall. You know what I mean? So it was just traffic. I always stood right in the middle. It wasn't like a whole lot of place for someone to do what I was doing.
Right.
So
yeah.
having gotten there long before it was really a place to do it, and having stood in right just in the center on this one little island where I'm in my, it was pretty. Captivating, and just pop into town. It's there every single day. And it was right in the center out in the traffic. So I had like a 6-year head start of my own, seeming like, oh, he started all that,
Right.
And then when they made that center, when they opened that, then that's when everybody came pouring in, and it's a jungle every day. There's lots of naked girls and the desnudas, naked cowgirls. My wife does it.
Right.
There's a franchise, all the Mickey Mouse, Spider-Mans. So it's a free for all, and guys selling CDs. If you want to call it that.
Yeah, I've been stopped by a couple of those guys before.
Promoting their music at gunpoint.
Yeah. So, like, how competitive does it get in within there? Are you guys all get along, or is there like a hierarchy? Because you have to be like the main guy, because
I just wander around. Nobody buy. I don't. I'm the only. I don't charge people. They just tip. They tip. They dip. They don't. They don't. Everybody else there is literally attacking you. Which again, I'm not talking bad about. I mean, they're there to make the money. I'm there to build an image and get money. But if I was attacking people and where's my damn dollar? I mean, come on.
right.
I have to be bigger than that. And I really, for all these years, again, they tip anyway. Some do, some don't. They get even caught up in it. I'm just saying, so I get along with everyone. They're mesmerized. I don't, act like they do. I mean, we appreciate each other.
Right.
And I've seen them. They've been out there now for, I don't know how long the mall's been there, but it's been probably 5 to 10 years, something like that.
Yeah, but
they keep me company, and they have such bad behavior. So many of them that I used to have to worry about. I'm like a saint now. I'm the only normal guy there. I'm like, man, I'm telling you, trust me, that guy's the only one who's normal.
That's great. I mean, when I go to Times Square and I see you there, I see people drawn to you. It's not like for a lot of the characters, they're going to the people.
They're absolutely working, trying to get pictures. I'm minding my own business. They come over, they don't. And the more and the better I am at just not worrying about it, the more that, if I break a string, I look like Michael Jackson in the 80s all of a sudden. I'm so focused. It looks like I'm doing something. Everybody's like zeroing in. I'm saying the more involved you are in what you're doing, but, then you see somebody, it's a cat and mouse. But
right on, yeah.
But I cannot walk up to people and say, hey, what I mean, I'd be walking up as a naked guy. For me, it's twice as uncomfortable. It's not just an illegal immigrant in an outfit ready to take your money. It's a guy in his underwear. That's even worse.
Hanging out in Times Square in my only pair of sir.
But it's kind of like Clark Kent and Superman. You know, when you're Robert Burke, you're Clark Kent, and then once you put on the hat and take off your clothes, yeah, there you go. Now you're Robert Burke. And then,
That's it. I'm Clark Kent now. You can't even tell. You never guess I was Naked Cowboy.
I would never guess right now that you were thinking.
No, with them glasses. They're always like, no, you're not him. He doesn't wear glasses.
Do you feel empowered, or a different person once you take off your clothes and get into Naked Cowboy mode?
I would say it's just inevitable, because when I do that, I'm walking into Times Square and it's an immediate state change. You know what I mean? How grumpy can you be when you're the one in your underwear with a guitar hat? You know, I mean, you kind of walk out and you're in a good mood.
I love how the beginning of your career, how when you first became the Naked Cowboy, how there wasn't social media really then. So you, kind of a marketing genius, you would notify the media that there was a Naked Cowboy singing in the crowds, and then you would also notify the police, so that this way there would become something would happen to report on, and then that
absolutely. Like the first time I went, I mean, I just basically saw what happened when I did show up. You know, because first I didn't have that thought. I just showed up.
Right.
You know, but inevitably somebody, the people coming out like a little activity, like, oh, I didn't see anything, went back in the store, kind of like real. But somebody calls the news or someone calls the police, I mean, those two things, when that happened, it was like, oh, that's great. So I just called, exactly. After a couple of times, that was the standard practice. I called the news and the police and report this lunatic out here, and man, the people are they're really flooding out to see him.
You've almost certainly seen this guy. Greg, have you seen this guy?
I have, the Naked Cowboy. He's out there all the time, and people, tourists line up to get their pictures taken with him. He's internationally known, and he's right here in the box. Hey, he's shaking it a little bit too much. Hey, this family programming there, Mr. Cowboy.
We'll be right back with the Naked Cowboy.
Times Square is the biggest, best place. It's right down the street. I'm set up to do it, so that's where I'm going. But every single bit of it has been the same, Like when I go home for Christmas, we just went to Cincinnati, where I'm from, for I guess would have been Memorial Day, or Labor Day? No, end of summer, Labor Day, WB and fireworks. So I went, just drove to my dad's house in Cincinnati. Pull in the driveway. You don't have to lock your car or anything in Cincinnati. It's like very nice. We live in a village, Green Hills, very small. And he's been the mayor. I mean, deputy police, they drive her. I mean, it's just like Mayberry, but very strong, strict, and everything's great. But we drive there, stay there, do the same thing in Cincinnati, do the festival, and then come back. So I mean, the whole entire 25 years has been the same thing.
Right on.
So I'm loving just going out every single day and attacking it. In Times Square, obviously, every day.
And you're right there in the heart of New York City every single day, like you said, and we're seeing all this crazy stuff happening. We I know you got the Trump song, sounds like a good idea to me. So you stand behind.
Sounds like a good idea to me. If you wanted to, you should have just asked. Trump's taking those regulations off the backs of those corporations. Sounds like a good idea to me.
Yeah.
Trump's gonna build a wall. That wall gonna take us all. Sounds like a good idea to me.
When you see
this really.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Good, keep going. My bad.
Again, I could go all day. I don't want
to. When you see everything that's happening with him, and right now he's in New York going through the court system and all that stuff, and it seems like a farcical thing. And every time that they throw these type of things at him, he just keeps getting stronger and stronger. What's your take on this next year, 2024? What do you think is going to happen?
I have no idea. I mean, I hope Trump wins. I hope Biden goes to jail. I hope AOC and the squad. I listen to AM radio. I have to want the same things. I mean, it seems like that, but at the same time, I just refuse to get too caught up in it to where I, do anything different than what I'm doing. Again, take those regulations off the backs of those corporations. That sounds great to me, yes. But if you listen to NPR, immediately talk about how lead was once resisted, like it's still good for you. And big corporate, I'm just saying, if you, because NPR doesn't have the commercials, I'm listening to AM, but I go there, and I, even though it's gonna drive me crazy, but hearing everything they, they say, again, it's exactly what I would presume. But I'm just saying, is that there's two sides to everything. I agree with my side. I went and voted today, straight Republican, and no to anything asking for money or refusing debt limits.
Right on. Yeah.
But I don't care. I sing and play guitar. If the whole place was communist, I'd be out there in my underwear, boots, and that too, and I get shot and I'd be the end. That's it. Okay. I'm still doing what I do no matter what. So whatever.
But you are living proof of freedom. You're out there,
Hey, I'm the last man standing.
Yeah.
I'm the last guy standing. I was down at the courthouse when Trump went there. I was the only one.
Trump, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people are Trump people, but they don't have the balls to be out there singing songs about it. And that's what I give you a lot of credit for, because not only do you stand behind your beliefs, but you're outspoken. You're not afraid to defend injustice if you see it, or stand up for what you feel is right. And despite the fact that you're in a city where 75% of the people probably disagree with you, and it's such a, do you get a lot of pushback, or do people not care?
You'd be surprised. It's just the opposite. When I wear the Trump or I wear the Israel underwear I've been wearing, it's just the opposite. I mean, everybody says Trump. I mean, can I get a picture with the Trump? I mean, you think it's like, oh, it's going to be all these people, but it's rare. I mean, when they do come by, they're like, I mean, they're completely wild, and it's usually an anomaly, but it is that reaction.
You're a blood-thirsty, hungry-ass, attention-seeking cracker.
No pictures of him. Fuck this guy. No pictures. Naked Cowboy, put on a mask and put on clothes.
But I usually get positive response.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
It's the opposite. And again, I'm pumped. I like Trump, and there's plenty of people like Trump, and no reason to.
Yeah, I'm again, when you see what the alternative, what we have now compared to what we used to have with Trump, it's kind of a no-brainer that we need.
Like he just reversed everything and everything. Yeah, it seems like he reversed everything Trump did, and everything went completely the other way, which makes no sense. And my portfolio just like is down, my bills are way up, and it seems like I was rich and now I'm getting poor.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I'm well off. Again, the people that help the poor, the minority, they're the ones that I can still. I'm a businessman. I'm writing off more gas. Doesn't matter. I mean, my lifestyle doesn't change a bit. And it doesn't for, I would say, anybody who runs their own business, but people who, again, the Democrats are so notorious for caring about, they're the ones that are getting slaughtered.
Exactly.
But whatever. Not my problem.
We're in crazy times, my friend, and that's why I think we need you more than ever. We need the Naked Cowboy to sing us the songs of truth.
Tell me why everybody stand around looking at me like you never seen a man half naked, running wild and free. If you don't stop looking at me, gonna bend your butt over my knee. You're gonna bitch, scream, holler, and swear. Where's your your ass kicked by a man in his underwear?
Yeah.